Today we're reviewing the CVLIFE 4x32 Crossbow scope with the red and green illuminated reticle. I'm going to show you the clarity of the scope with the iScope recorder. Haley's joining us here, our channel mascot, trying to stay cool. We're using the Killer Instinct Lethal 405 Crossbow. And we're trying out the cheapest crossbows that we can find on Amazon. I'll drop a link in the description for everything that you need. This is the target that we're going to be using. This scope is designed for a 50-yard zero, featuring a 5-point programmed multi-reticle crosshair system. It includes 3 horizontal lines for crossbow calibration and 5 aiming points for quick aiming at 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80-yard distances, with accurate holdovers up to 100 yards. It has 5 levels of green and red illumination for accuracy in low light. It's made out of the classic aviation aluminum one-piece structure. It's nitrogen filled and it's IPX7 waterproof. It's fog-proof and shock resistant. Here are the specifications. It has a 32mm objective diameter, a 5-inch eye relief. Its weight is 14.8 ounces and it's only 9.05 inches in length. Here's where you put the CR2032 battery. And let's take a quick look at the manual. You can pause it if you want to take a longer look. Check out the scope rings. They're nice and low profiled. These are very different from the last crossbow scope that I reviewed, which had high profile scope rings. Now we're unboxing the TY Archery E-Long or Long Recruit crossbow. It's either the cheapest and most popular that we know on Amazon right now. And right out of the box, it feels weird. Nothing feels sturdy. Unbelievable. Look at that. They shipped them with nothing else inside. That can't be good. So we're already off to a bad start. Wow. I'm certainly not expecting the accuracy to be the best out of these. But we'll see. Try another one. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh these out. Now it's a really windy day, so hopefully these can stay still. And if I can get them to stay still, 27. I got the scope installed and I gotta say it looks really sleek. I'm really digging the low profile. I hope it performs as good as it looks. I'm gonna show you what it looks like through the scope. Check out the clarity. We set the target up at 20 yards. That's the lowest red setting. That's the second red setting. That's red on number 3. That's 4. And that's number 5, the brightest red setting. That's the lowest green setting. That's the second green setting. That's the third green setting. That's the 4th green setting. That's the highest green setting, number 5. I'm going to be using this Boresighter. It's for 223 Remington and for archery. Now you can see there that the laser's on. So we're going to go ahead and put it out there in the target. Hopefully you can see it. Only bad thing about these Boresighters is that the batteries only last you like about 5 or 10 minutes. These are my spare batteries, and the ones here I already gave out, and these were too weak to shine on it. So I had just enough power to get it on bullseye and to get it somewhat sighted. So let's take a shot and see where it lands. So I recommend you guys get spare batteries if you're going to get one of these. Look, yeah, you're good. Come on, come over here. The target is at 20 yards. If you want to adjust the diopter here, you're gonna have to take off these end caps. Let's take a shot. I think I have a pretty good idea of where it's gonna hit. And I hit almost on bullseye. Just gonna have to dial it in a little bit to the right and down, but I think that Boresighter did his job. Let's refer to the manual. We're at 20 yards, and this has a minute of angle of 1/2 inch at 100 yards, or 1/20 inch at 10 yards. We set the scope up exactly at bullseye because that's where we aimed, and we hit high and left. So we're going to adjust the reticle crosshair. We're going to move it so that it matches where the arrow hit, where the bolt hit. That way we're going to be a lot centered in, and the next shot should be closer to bullseye. So I'm going to show you on the iScope what this looks like. You can see where the crossbow hit on the top left. Now I'm going to show you what the different illumination levels look like. That's the lowest red setting, number 1. That's the second setting on red, number 2. That's number 3, number 4, and number 5, the brightest red setting. Okay, you see it going up right there. Now let's move it to the left. Okay, so we should be pretty close. Shot number 2. Oh, that hit pretty close. I set up the target at 30 yards. Let's see where we're hitting. We hit just a little bit to the left. We're at 40 yards. This is where it's going to stay zeroed. We're going to use the different reticles to aim to 50, 60, 70 yards and above. But for now, we're going to zero it right here. I hit a little bit low, so I moved it a little bit too low. So let's move it back up. 6 clicks, and let's reload this, and we'll take another shot. I hit even lower this time, so I actually turned it the wrong way. So let's go ahead and do double the clicks that I did, but the other direction. Okay. We got the rain coming. That's almost right on bullseye. I may have moved it down just a little bit too much. A couple clicks up, and we should be real good right there. just a little bit to the left. I gave it 3 more clicks up just because I would rather have it just a little bit higher an inch, if anything. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's not bad right there. I'm using these bolts twice. All right, pretty good right there. If you guys want to grab one of these are really nice. I'll drop a link in the description where to get these quivers. There you have it. Those are the results. That's not bad at all. That shows that these bolts at least are somewhat consistent, a little better than what I expected. It's important to note that those last 4 or 5 shots, I've been using these bolts that have already been shot. So the accuracy might not be there because of that. So take that into consideration. Those ducks are at 50 feet away. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like through the scope. That's the lowest green setting, number 1. That's the second green setting. That's the third green setting. That's green on number 4. That's the highest green setting, number 5. Now we're checking out the lowest red setting, number 1. That's red on number 2. That's the third red setting. That's the 4th red setting. And that's the highest red setting, number 5. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like in low light conditions. It's 8:30 p.m. and it's about to be nighttime. That's the lowest green setting. That's the second green setting. Number 3, 4, and that's 5, the highest, the brightest setting. That's the lowest red setting, number 1. Number 2, 3, 4, number 5, the brightest red setting. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you found this content useful and entertaining, I invite you to watch the rest of my videos. I have them in the playlist. Also, make sure to subscribe and to like the videos. Share with anyone that you think might like it. This video is sponsored by CVLIFE. Use code RAD15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Only at www.cvlife.com. Music credits to Whoa. Work hard over everything. Check out the social media links I provided in the description below.